where it says wants care in, and I actually have my intervals set so that it wants care fairly often and it matures really fast, and then that way it doesn't take forever to do this stuff. But I need to actually tweak it a little bit, because with these, at least with the pteranodons, with some of the other ones it seems fine, but with the pteranodons, I think the only way that I can get 100% is if nothing that it wants takes me any time to get. So if it wants to cuddle a lot and walk a lot, great, we can get it up to 100%. But if it wants like simple or basic kibble or something that I have to like run and go cook up, yeah, then it's a little harder. And plus I don't even have the stuff to cook most of the kibbles, so you know, if it asks for anything other than simple or basic kibble, then we're kind of SOL and we lose out on all the imprinting. Now what the imprinting does is you see the very bottom line of its stats in the middle of the screen here. It says imprinting 0%. As you imprint on it, that number will go up, and as that happens, we're gonna give it some cooked meat for now. These things eat meat like nobody's business, by the way. I think we actually need to go and get some more meat really quick as soon as we do this first imprint. But what that does is it gives it a really big boost in stats. So if you can get 100% imprint, then you get a huge boost to the stats. You know, if you get an 80% imprint, that's pretty good. But that 100% imprint, man, it is really, really amazing. So now it's saying it wants to cuddle with me. I just hit triangle and it cuddles, and then that's that. So that one is my favorite one. That one's super easy. Oh wait, I forgot. All babies, when they come out, they wander. So you got to disable the wandering on them. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, come on. Now I need you to follow me again. And then I got to go get some meat really quick. Well, that one's not fertilized. But that's because I only have one set mating at a time. And currently the ones that are mating are Hot Wing and Red Queen. Alright, come on over here. Come on, juvenile HWRQ. Alright. So you hang out here. You've got 2 minutes on your timer there. So let's go get some meat really quick. Graybeard, if you don't mind. So yeah, basically where we're at right now, we're still not done building this base and not done building the new base. We had to build a lot of defenses around the new base. I don't think that was actually a good spot to build it. It's not very defensible. I probably would have had better luck doing one of the waterfalls or something like that, where there's limited entrances actually to the oh man, did that go under? To the area, and they're easily blocked off, because that's the problem that we're running into right now. Is there's just too many approaches to our base. So and there's like an entire area that you could say the whole thing is an approach, and I had to block most of that off with wooden spike. Well, wow, you are a really cool looking color with your like mixed event wings. Is that like red and blue together? Let's see what level are you? Oh, level 13. Anyway, so yeah, you know, it took a long time. We built up the fences over there. We have dire wolves now. I don't know if we had dire wolves in the last video, but we have 3 dire wolves now. 3 dire wolves, I think 4 saber-tooths up there. And then, yeah, so we've got a fairly good set of carnivores up there, and then we, of course, still have Milk Dud. Milk Dud is up there. I've been having trouble with pteranodons running off, like Chard ran off. I spent a really long time trying to find him, and I could not find him, so I'm going to keep looking. Every time I go up around that area, oh, look at that. That was really good timing. Every time I go up in that area, I will check out, you know, see what I can find, see if he's around there somewhere, and whistle for him and everything. But yeah, the base has gotten superior kibble. Well, you're done with your imprinting because we don't have any way to get you superior kibble. So how much imprinting did we get done? 11%, something like that. Let's see. 17%. That's horrible. Well, it is what it is. Unfortunately, we don't have access to all the kibbles. Maybe I should have waited to... Oh, wow, we got plenty of meat in there. Cool thing, though, was when I came back to the farm, you know, every time I've come back, I've tossed some poop in there. And sometimes I check it, sometimes I don't. I haven't really checked it the last few times I've been back. And I went through and grabbed the vegetables from all of them. And 74 rock carrots, 90 citronal, 64 savaroot, and 69 long grass. And that's what I didn't keep. I kept 50 of each. Oh, I really need to put them on graybeard so they last longer. 3 of them have expired in just a short amount of time that we've been talking. So, yeah, I came back. I haven't done any more on this base. I should. Oh, I threw up stairs. I did throw up stairs. So that's cool. Got some stairs up. I don't know why I put the egg on her, him. But, yeah, give him the meat. And the vegetables. And then the eggs are going to go in the refrigerator. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. I did throw up these wooden stairs. I think the house is gonna look really cool when we're done. It's just I haven't really had a chance to come down here much, and when I do come down here, I'm running down and doing something specific, and I really need to take a day and just use the entire day and finish building that. Like maybe take 2 hours or 3 hours and finish building all of that. But you know, that's what it's going to take, is 2 or 3 hours of just dedicated building. So we'll see if we can get that going at some point, and then check in with you guys on that so you can see the build once we're done with it. It's a lot of farming, and I just haven't really felt the urge to farm. I keep feeling the need to run out and get some more dinosaurs for some reason, or to check out new places, or to pick up drops. Like, look at all this stuff, dude. It is insane how much stuff we have that is super cool that I can't craft. I can't craft this Mastercraft long neck tranquilizer dart rifle. You know, when we look at our blueprints, I don't think we got that one. We've got some cool Ascendant stuff though. Like we got Ascendant hide hat. Once I break some hats, I'll use that. I've actually built these ramshackle pants. We've got the Apprentice metal sickle. That's cool. So for the tools and stuff, like, we got some good stuff. We've got an Apprentice spear. What is this? Oh, I thought it looked like the saber-tooth saddle. And that would be cool if we had an Apprentice saber-tooth saddle. But we've got some really cool stuff. Like, the fact that we're hitting all the drops that we can has made a really big difference in this one, versus my other playthrough that I'm playing with my stepson in Ragnarok. Because of this playthrough with you guys, I'm actually doing a lot more drops in that game, and it's advanced us very quickly over there too. But I highly recommend, once you get a flyer, if you see a gold drop, man, go get it. You know, just go get it. It's highly worth it. Let's go ahead and see what... We're not going to be able to see what its imprinted stats are yet, but its imprint is horrible, so what its imprinted stats aren't going to be really that big of a deal. So it got the stamina. That's good. It did or did not get the... I don't think it got the weight, because I think one of these has... Yeah, the weight should be 215. Well, I got like lowered weight, or I must have put a point into vapor. But yeah. So vapor is new too. Just FYI, vapor is taking the place of Red Queen for our breeding purposes, for now at least. You know, maybe we can put Red Queen back in the mix if we're having trouble with the stats moving over from Vapor, but she's got better stats for now, so that's what we're gonna do. Here's a quick flyover of the base. I really like the greenhouse part that's just coming right off the side. We've got our bed in the corner there. I think we're gonna put we need to get a fabricator and a generator and that kind of stuff going, but we might do that at the base up north, or we might make a third base somewhere that's better defensible than the base up north. I don't know, we need to look and see. And then there's always the possibility that we throw up another base right here just because this is cool. And you can, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of walls if we do it, but we could wall off this whole area up here and keep the trees and everything inside the walls so that it's like just kind of pristine, and just wall off everything from here all the way. Oop, we're stuck there. All the way through, because then we'd have this cool forest and it would be protected. We'd have multiple levels. I mean, you could put a huge base up here. Like, you could do some crazy things. This could all be dino storage up here, with your base all on the side, so you can still get some water, or you could do like a metal reservoirs or whatever. That you would probably want more than one if you're gonna be trying to catch rain. I haven't actually. Ooh, piece of candy. Did I already get this one? Where is it? Why do I keep doing that? Stop. Okay. Oh yeah, it looks like I got this one already. Yeah, so I haven't actually done reservoirs yet, but like, you know, you can read the description on it and everything, and basically it's catching rain. And although it rains an okay amount, I can't imagine that like you'd have enough water all of the time. If you switched to only using reservoirs. I really dig the irrigation being from like a regular water source, like a river or the ocean, because you know, you never have to worry about whether it rains or not. And yeah, seems like a better idea to me, personally. But again, I've never used the reservoirs, so I have no experience with them. You know, maybe they work just fine for, you know, running a few crop plots and, you know, doing your occasional cooking and being able to drink and fill your canteen or water jar or water skin, whatever you may have. Anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys and show you guys a hatching and talk to you about the imprint process. Now, if you can, like, what I did have available was in one of the birds I have 2 simple kibbles. I didn't have any basic kibble available, but I could have cooked some basic kibble. We had the ingredients for it, but basically you kind of want to have some kibble on hand, majo berries, cooked meat, cooked prime meat, raw meat, raw fish meat, cooked prime fish meat, basically as much of that on hand as possible, so that whatever they want, you already have it there, and you can just give it to them and get that imprint going. And yeah, that's the way to do it, because, you know, if you take an inordinate amount of time, I don't know how it is with the default settings, honestly. The maturation process is so slow with the default settings, and I don't know if you guys have noticed from me in this game so far, but I get distracted very easily. And yeah, getting distracted very easily if you're trying to get the imprints and you have like an hour or 40 minutes in between imprints, and yeah, it's just it's not fun. It's you miss the imprints a lot of times, and it's just wholly accidental. And I've actually starved a baby once, and I felt absolutely horrible, because it had followed me part of the way until I got out of range before it could catch up to me. And once I got out of range, it stopped, so it was waiting for me, but it was also out of range of the trough at that point, and I had forgotten that it was following me. And yeah, when I came back, it broke my heart, and just because, like, come on, man, it was because of feeding it. Like, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrendous. And yeah, so you just want to make sure that you have as much. I forgot about this guy. I wanted to show you guys this guy too. Look at this. I may try to tame this at some point, but I've never seen one of these before. Well, I saw it the other day, and I wanted to show it you guys. I wanted to show you guys it. So she's a green and red titanosaur. She's bigger than the brontosaurus. She's got these rocks on her body. She's just incredible. Huge beast. I didn't notice if it, I mean, like, look at all the damage it's doing to the stuff in its way. Hopefully it doesn't go over near any of our bases. Like, it's destroying rocks and trees. A brontosaurus walks over this stuff, unless it's aggro and getting upset and attacking stuff, then that stuff doesn't break, man. But the titanosaur is leaving destruction in its wake. Some of the rocks are even breaking, not those two, but there were some rocks falling over there as it was walking. Man, this thing is huge. Hopefully it's like the Bronto and does not aggro. Whoa! That theory will aggro us if it gets any closer. Not that it'll kill us, but I don't like stuff sneaking up behind me. That guy is amazing. Or gal. That gal is amazing. Oh, see, we were talking about drops earlier. There's a drop right there. This is exactly what I recommend you do. Like, you're running around doing whatever. If you see a drop that is reasonably close, and by reasonably close, it could be halfway across the map, as long as it's still up at the top and hasn't already landed. As long as it's reasonably close and you feel like you have a good chance of getting to it, I recommend going for it. You don't have to keep everything if you don't want to. Stego saddle, we have a Stego and we have a Stego saddle, but we don't have that Stego's mate yet. So now when we get that Stego's mate, we got a saddle. That's cool. And it's a apprentice one. We might slap this one on the Stego we have. Copper top. Or copperhead, or whatever we named them. But yeah, so that's that. That's today's video. I will catch up with you guys, and next video we will be taking a look at the base in the north, the defenses we've had to put around it, and maybe doing some snow biome taming of something or another. I'm thinking I might try getting one of those frogs at some point too. I wonder if those are tameable. Hey, what level are you? 34. It's like on the other game I'm playing, 34 is actually like a decent level. It's not a great level, but it's a decent level, so like it's a tameable level. But on this game, where 100 is a good level, like right around 100 is the max level. A level 34 is not very good to tame, so might as well get some experience and some meat. I didn't necessarily mean to kill the frog, just got in the way of picking up the meat from the Titan bows, but Anytime I see those Titanoboas or Titan boas or whatever they are, I'm killing them, man. I hate those things. I am a Titanoboa species killer. I'd wipe them all, man. They are dangerous. They sneak up on you. You run low on stamina and you land your mount, and it's a low hit point mount, and you're trying to stay kind of on the edges of the swamp. You don't want to go in there. You're a little worried about going in there. You're kind of low level, and your pteranodon that you're on is low level too, and you land up on this rock here, and some Titanoboa sneaks up behind you, and the only warning you get is a hiss right as it attacks you, and all of a sudden your torpored. I mean your pteranodon is torpored. If it gets to bite you twice and it's a low hit point, low level pteranodon, then it's gonna go down, and you're gonna have to fight that Titanoboa on your feet, which is, you know, it's doable. But when you're low level and you got low stats, it's no fun, man. And those things kill you a lot if you mess around in the swamps too much. I actually don't recommend messing around in the swamps too much until you get a mount. Going through there on foot is not a good idea. It's just not. It's really not a good idea. So I definitely recommend you wait until you get a mount to go through the swamps. You certainly don't want to be taking on stuff like this on foot early game with no weapons of note. You know, like that's just a bad time for all involved. Except for the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs love it. The Titanoboas are super excited by that. What's up, dude? You're kind of cool looking, man, with your orange, like orangey red. So I do kind of want to get one of those frogs at some point, and I saw these beetles. Where did I see them? I saw these beetles that are called dung beetles. Was that in the that might have been on Ragnarok. That might not have been here. But yeah, the dung beetle that I found, that sounds like it might be better than the compost bins that we don't use. Like right now we use the Phiomia instead of compost bins. And in the Ragnarok one we're using compost bins. But I definitely want to look at a beetle called a dung beetle and see if it has any sort of value. Alright. Mr. Level 6. The other thing, it's important to know what you're fighting against. Not necessarily you want to run or whatever, although in the beginning you definitely want to run. With Graybeard or with Blackbeak, I do not need to run very often from many things. But that I need to run from that. Come here. The Caprasuchus will rip you right off your mount. And take you away from your mount. Graybeard or Blackbeak, where are you at? I do not want to be messing around here. Here he is. Yo, man, I'm like one hit. Can you come over here? Oh, that's right. So I've been having a really hard time with my flyers running away. I think we talked about that very briefly earlier. So I keep, every time I land, I whistle my flyers to passive, and then make a group of the flyers and have them follow Milk Dud. You look kind of cool. What level are you? 12. That's a shame. You look really cool. Hey, man. Hey, hey, don't eat that, dude. I wanted that, man. And you're level 6? Of course. And you ate the pieces of metal and stuff. So anyway, like I was saying before, you want to know what you're fighting. So Sarco, no problem on the ground. You know, letting your mount tank it a little bit. The Caprosuchus or Caprosuchus or whatever, that thing, problem. You need to be in the air a little bit and make sure that you like get good angles on it. Now, I believe the Capro you can pick up. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the Capro you can pick up, which is handy. But you know, it'll make your day a bad day if it does stuff like it did to me there, and you don't have a way to you know, get out of the situation. Fortunately, I have a few points in hit points. Yeah, 300, and so you know, I was able to take a few hits while I first was trying to call Blackbeak, and then realized Blackbeak ain't gonna come, and I needed to pull out my spear and just start whacking him, or my pike, start whacking him, which I should have just done to begin with. But yeah, so just know what you're fighting in the swamps. There's certain things that you actually need to be wary about, like the Titanoboa, depending on your mount, you know, and what sort of torpidity they have, and what sort of hit points they have. The Caprosuchus, the Sarco. The Sarco will not knock you off your mount, but it does do a significant amount of damage. So you do want to be cognizant when where they are. And the other thing that they can do that you need to be wary of is if you're on the side of the water, you need to be listening. So if I'm over here and I'm messing with these dillos and I kill them all, right? And say one of them drops something and I jump off. All right. And I'm picking up what they dropped. What's up, dude? I need to be listening constantly because there's going to be a whoosh of water behind you, and then the Sarco is going to be on top of you. So, what level are you, dude? I thought you were just an iguanodon from behind, but you are a berry. And this guy, the berry, you don't want to mess with this guy in the water. So I've gotten killed a couple of times now by Baryonis in the water. Fortunately, my mounts have either gotten away or killed the berry. Like, I've never lost the mount to yet. Crossing my fingers. But yeah, in the water, those guys are beasts. They have this like tail swipe thingy, and it stuns everything, and you just can't move. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And if I'm trying to remember if it knocked me off my mount too. I want to say that it knocked me off my mount too, but I could just be mixing the berry and Caprosuchus together, or Caprosuchus together, to make you know, some sort of ridiculously crazy, scary swamp monster that has everything rolled into one. Which, you know, there probably is something that I haven't found yet that is like that. There's a new map coming out for PS4 on the 19th that is going to be free. That is called Valguero. Or at least they say the 19th, but somebody else said the 26th, but Wildcard said the 19th. So we'll for now we'll go with what Wildcard said. Again, I've only been playing this game for less than a month, so I don't know Wildcard's track record, but they said the 19th, and I'm good with that. And I'm looking forward to at least checking out the new map and seeing what's going on. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a great day, and